Hey guys, it's Curious Turtle here at the Pro Museum in Dallas, Texas, and I'm gonna do my top 5 video of my favorite museums I've done tours of in the past 6 months or so. I'm gonna go over, I guess, number 1, Pro Museum is my favorite. It is obviously my hometown, so I love it, but it also has amazing, amazing displays. It's one of the best for education. It references in every display specifically where those locales are. The tedious little notes that most people probably don't even notice, but people like me will absolutely appreciate. I don't know, they keep it clean too. Like, this has been open since 2012, and they've continued to add to it, freshen it up, make sure that everything's clean, nice, and attractive. I'm loving the new displays, the new paleo section. And they're continuing to make new discoveries. They're very active in science and exploration and discovery. And lots of really cool lecturers here. I've gone to some pretty amazing ones. I went and saw Dr. Beth Shapiro give a lecture here. And that was amazing. And then they do lots of nighttime activities as well, like, after hours, on the tap sort of stuff for people that want to come with their partner, come with some friends and have some drinks and go to the museum when there's no kids around, which is really, really, really cool. So they keep everything fun and educational, and lots of great traveling exhibits here that you can't find many other places. Number 2 would be the Whit Museum in San Antonio, Texas. I absolutely love this place. I'm actually wearing the Whit Museum shirt that I got there from their Frozen Dinosaur exhibit, and it was just absolutely amazing. I love the fact that the San Antonio, or the Whit Museum, specializes in species from South Texas. Like, so it's prehistoric animals, the animals that are currently on display there, anything like that is locale related. It talks about the history of, the Mexican culture that came in through San Antonio and stuff. So that was really cool. And not just that, but they put I think $1 million or more into renovating and updating it. This place used to be only run on $100 a year, and it was just this tiny little place. At least that's what I was told when I was there. And then they got funding, and now it's got some of the most advanced technology. I mean, it's like animatronic. We had like a projection screen mapped face on one of the displays, and he was talking. It was really, really cool. Highly, highly suggest visiting that place. And it also is in the annual, the past program with the affiliated science and history museums that are, if you have one membership, like I have a membership to the Pro Museum, it got me in for free to the Whit Museum because they're a participating museum. We'll have another video discussing that and how to kind of get more for your buck when it comes to going to museum hopping like I do. Okay, number 3. It's just in New York City the other day. I went and saw the American Museum. First time ever. I wanted to see Stupendemys, which is a giant freshwater turtle. And it was really, really, really cool. Really pretty. Will say that the displays seemed quite out of date, except for the Gilder Center, which is more of a newer offset of the American Museum. That was spectacular. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was really, really cool. I like the fact that, you can all-in-one pay for the traveling. They have tons of traveling exhibits all at one time. It's not just one traveling exhibit that you can go see. They have multiple traveling exhibits happening at the same time, which is excellent. It's really, really unique and cool. Another thing that I highly suggest going to visit if you ever go to New York City and with vicinity, plus right across the street is Central Park. So we go into number 4, the Museum of Osteology in Oklahoma. I love this place. Love this place. It looks like it's in this just tin warehouse building with the smell of death coming from next door, because that's where they're doing the processing for their skeletons. But they have some of the most unique and interesting displays, specimens you wouldn't see anywhere else. What would be really cool is if they really put a little bit more funding. If they could get more funding, do something that actually shows some more of the processing of the animals and stuff, turning them, talking more about how they access these animals, ethically, these dead bodies, and then process them for, education of, people's collections and stuff. But love those plays. They do some pretty cool forensic stuff. Certain times of the year they have like events where you can come in again like with a partner or your friends. And I know like I think it's like around Halloween they do a forensic sort of mystery murder thing that you can do. And then they have a Valentine's Day also special event for your partner, which I think is really cool and inventive. And I've yet to go during one of those events. I would like to try and go at some point to the forensic one. I think it'd be so fun to do like a murder mystery. It'd just be really cool. But love that place. Again, highly suggested. Now, the most recent museum I visited was in Houston, the Houston Museum of Natural Sciences. Now, even though this isn't like we're talking about the top five of my favorites. Beautiful museum, really cool. I feel like they capitalized on their best exhibits, being the butterfly, the space section, but they're all expensive and extra cost to get into, and I didn't like that because it made a museum visit be something that only certain people can afford, or you really have to put a lot of money to try and go and see all this extra stuff, which really just sucked. Now, I did as much as I could with the time that I had there, and they say, you can get it done in like 2.5, 3 hours. For somebody like me, I could spend all day there, and I liked it. I really did like it. There was the mummy section was terrifying. It was a lot of mummified dead bodies that were really old. And I didn't much care for that. But it was really cool. I will say it was really cool. Something interesting to go see. Some of the displays were cool, but it was a little bit dated. It did look like that museum needed a little bit more freshening up. The reason why it's number 5 is because they had incorrectly labeled displays. Like, they had something listed as cave in sight, which was clearly like a termite. And then also, it had no reference material in any of the display tags. Like, it didn't talk about, where it was found, the description, interesting facts. Because if anybody's going to be compelled to want to read about what you're displaying, I mean, most people, especially at a museum that goes to something like that where there's hardly anything described about it, they're just going to walk by and just like look at it and then not care what it is or anything. So they're not really learning anything. It's kind of like defeats the point of being a museum. But anyways, yeah, so that's my top 5. And sorry I couldn't do a better spot for the background of this because it is busy here and very loud. Here, I'll show you some of the place. There we go. So at least you can see some of that. I was trying to get some of the people's faces out of there, but sorry it couldn't have been a cooler area. Plus the lighting, it was really hard to find good lighting, and the good lighting that I did find, there was just too many yelling, too many kids screaming. But yeah, so got a whole new schedule of new museums to go visit, so I'm sure this will have to be either a quarterly or mid-year review of museums that I visit, re-review some of these museums as I visit them, see if they've been updated, checked out. And I will show up more in videos now. It's I still will do POVs, but I will be more involved in showing my face more. Anyways, you guys have a great one. I'll see you in the next video. Later.